welcome. I have no announcements for you. I have no reason to delay. We will be without our Wesley tonight, but that is likely because he is reassessing himself in his room. We will miss him tonight, but tonight we have some... I think our saints have some choices to make. Speaking of our saints, let's go ahead and meet them, shall we?
Hello there, I'm playing Jason DORN, and I am excited to see how things go about and see the changes that have come over our group since last we were speaking together.
What's up, everyone? Yeah, I'm ready to see what happens, I say we go kick in the Warriors door again.
As much fun as Trey's idea is, I don't think at least Victor is in the best shape to be going and kicking in people's doors at the current moment.
The night is still young, and we will see as we begin tonight's episode of Book of Saints. A recap. Anybody?
So, what typically happens is, Monomacy, people fight, people die, Cainites. That's what happened last time. Wes got knocked out. Moshenka and Monique was successful in their fights. And Papa Victor, whew, yeah, man, he was struggling for a bit, and unfortunately, the pup paid the price. But at the end of it, he managed to come out on top. Seeing that Wes was down for the count, Senpai asked for dealings to exchange life for life. Came back and no. TREY intertwined himself in the conversation. Offered to, it was a no. Then said, well, let's just fight it out, and managed to win. And yeah, Wes is no longer on the chopping block. With that said, we all chowed down except for Wes, because he did not earn his kill that night. But we all chowed down and beat the Nas and Monomacy. Am I pronouncing that right? Yeah. Just as Cain foretold, he allowed this to happen.
Well said. Our saints returned home, with it being close to sunrise. They returned to their rooms, reflected. Is there anything that anyone did before bedding down for the day?
Depends on time, but I would have tried to heal and eat. Definitely with Chewy. I don't want to take a hungry Chewy back. So, yeah.
Would time have permitted me to have a conversation with the group or with Derek, or should that be when I wake up?
Time is relatively short. I think that you'll have to choose one or the other. With a conversation with the group, it may take you longer than you have.
So I would just probably have had the conversation with Derek, since it was more of just information.
What conversation was that?
Telling him, for one, because I heard through the grapevine, he manages our money. He is entitled to buy whatever the hell he pleases. He doesn't need to sit around waiting to get the latest game. And two, I wanted to ask him, I already know that he detests humans since he got out of his bubble and offered him to be a Cainite if he so chooses. Obviously not a Lasombra, because he would hate that.
He informs you that he appreciates the offer. I don't know that I'm ready to accept that yet. I don't care for humanity, but considering, no offense, Victor, but my trade-off seems a little bit bigger than yours. So long as I partake and serve, I'll live forever. I can walk in the sunlight. I have your strength. I have some of your power. I don't have to deal with your politics. I can still wake up early, watch the sunrise. I don't worry about fire. I don't worry about a stake to the heart keeping me, what is it you call it, torpored? If I get a stake to the heart, I'm just dead. It's no longer my problem. And no offense, the gift you've given me already seems like top of the line. No offense, but it seems like a downgrade to become a Cainite right now.
That is your choice. I just wanted to make sure you knew that the offer was there. You don't have to live completely as a servant. You can join the pack and be actually what all the others would consider equal, on equal footing with us.
I appreciate it. If I ever tire of my role, I don't see it as servitude. I think that's where you and I differ. Me and the rest of the pack. I'm an employee. The human existence is servitude. This is no different than someone working at Walmart, someone selling their life to Amazon. This is human.
I like it.
I am going to buy a 3090 though. New graphics card. I'm going to build something.
You know how much money we have. You know what we can afford. Go for it.
Copy that, boss. Trey, you are going to hunt.
Yeah.
You may do so.
Yeah.
You take time. No roll required. You hunt. What are you looking for?
A big ass cow.
Easy enough. Ranches are not exactly littering Mexico City, but they are nearby.
All right, Chewy. We gonna eat good tonight.
Without any command, without any go ahead, Chewy is tearing into the livestock,
Are you
spooking a
fucking
few of
out?
them. Have them kind of, I don't know if you've ever seen cows run. It's quite funny. But they're moving as a group, thinking that there is strength in numbers.
Yeah. I tried my best to correct, actions. This isn't how a pack operates. Okay. But I understand that this is our first time, so I back off a little bit, you know. And I'll go after my own cow, I guess. Think you're muted.
Easy enough, you drink. How much do you take, Trey?
Well, I'm at 40 minutes, I'll drain them.
You drink and drink and drink. Its corpse is dead at your feet and didn't hit the spot. There's nothing. You don't feel sated.
I'll take another cow.
You drink. A little bit more desperately this time. Your beast stirs in your belly, demanding to be fed, and you're trying, you really are. You drink and drink and drink, searching for that feeling of fullness, that ease off of the hunger, that weight lifted from your belly, and it doesn't come. Another corpse lies at your feet.
What the fuck? Is there a person around?
You may find people that own the ranch in their homes.
I'll try them out. You know, as sneakily as I can, just to see if it works.
Chewie immediately takes to the two carcasses you've left behind. His hunger also never ends. As you break in, you find a husband and wife laying in bed, sleeping soundly.
I don't know if I have anything that. Let me see. Is there like a called roll to sneak to eat while they're sleeping?
I'll say I'm gonna call this larceny and dexterity, just holding your hand over whoever's mouth you're covering. Fortunately for you, your bite is not painful. In fact, it is bliss. So it may come as just a pleasant dream, a very pleasant dream indeed.
I'm gonna rouse the blood.
By all means.
Success. You said Dex and larceny.
Correct.
You sure you don't want like stealth?
Positive.
Okay. If that's what you decide. I mean, you know. Three successes.
3 successes. Who are you feeding from? The husband or the wife?
The husband probably. He's probably closest to the door.
You drink. How much do you take, Trey? As you drink, you can feel the beast slowly but surely being abated.
I take 1 dot at the very least.
You drink. What is your hunger level, Trey?
It's at 2. With taking 1 dot, it'll bring me at 1.
You drink.
I'll take the last dot.
Keep,
I might as well. I'm here.
you drink deep. You intend to stop. The beast urges you on. Indeed, you are already here. And after that first initial bout of feeling as if you may starve, what if it happens again?
Yeah.
You want to be full in case it does. You drink, and you keep your hand clasped over his mouth. He stirs a bit, dreaming of something pleasant. He moves his arm and pulls his wife close. And then he suddenly just goes limp, the weight of his arm feeling a little bit heavier. You pull away, saliva licking the wound clean. He's curled up next to his wife. Small smile on his face. Dead.
Oh, that's sad.
You, Trey,
Oh, I'm still
are
hungry.
at 0 hunger.
All right.
You may
I'm at
feed.
0.
You may feed again if you'd like.
No. That's kind of sad, though.
It is. Take a stain.
I mean, it wasn't that sad.
It's pretty sad.
He went peacefully.
Mm-hmm. And you intend to leave his corpse with his wife in bed. Go ahead and take a stain, Trey.
Well, I'm gonna wake him up.
You exit the home, quiet as a dormouse, back outside into the ranch to find Chewie. He's gone. As is one of the carcasses.
Fucking. I'm gonna have to come back later. I'm gonna have to. All right. I don't have time for this. I leave. I go back home.
Understood. Jason, is there anything you'd like to do before bedding down for the day?
I'm just gonna heal myself a little bit and start reading the book of Nod.
Make a rouse check. Let's see how much superficial damage you can heal.
Would be 1 rouse check done. Am I good to roll it again for the second? Because I have.
What was the result of your rouse
3.
check?
It was a 9, so pass.
Pass.
Succeed.
And with your blood potency, what is it?
2.
You may heal 2 points of superficial damage. You may, of course, rouse the blood again. You may mend yourself as so long as you feel you need to risk hunger.
I might as well get rid of all the little wounds, so I'll do it again. And that's a 10, so succeed again.
Another 2 points. As your dead flesh mends itself back together, returning to as you were when you were first turned. How's your health check look, Jason?
It is full and looking beautiful.
Excellent.
And I'm just going to spend the rest of my time reading the Book of Nod because I need to find some answers or something. Things aren't feeling like they used to.
What are you looking for, Jason?
Just something to try and help me understand why the world's a little bit more bleaker, why things aren't looking the same. What's this dead feeling going on? Or if that's just me.
Go ahead and give me wits and whatever you think you would need to find passages that help you with your wrestling emotional state.
I mean, if it's dealing with the book, would you be fine with the cult?
Perfectly fine.
Alright then. That is 2 successes.
It's difficult to pour over. This is one of the first few times that you've really dug into this. You don't find anything that comforts you in this moment. Eventually, you all rest for the day. Sun rises. Mexico stirs awake. A scream is heard in farmland as a woman awakes to find her husband dead. She runs out of the house. She screams again when she finds 2 carcasses torn open. 2 cows, 2 of her cattle, ruined and ripped apart by some wild beast. There is an investigation, of course. The police show up to deal with the body. Folklore tells of a creature that feeds on livestock. It's difficult to push out of one's mind, especially a native of this place. An investigation should be done. Police officers go about their business. Investigators quarantine off an area for the crime. The wife is taken in for questioning. It was his ranch. The life insurance policy was well done. Everything was left in her name. It's interesting that he died so peacefully, and she didn't notice till morning. A suspect. The prime suspect, no doubt. Lawyers need to be called. Attorneys hired. Stories gotten straight and corroborated. The children are informed. They've all gone off to college. They can't imagine their mother would do something like this. But who's to say? Their marriage was on the outs for a while. And money is a strange motivator. Night continues. Stars begin to flicker back into the sky as the sun falls and the moon rises. And as it does, so too do you, our Cainites. You rise. I need a rouse check from everyone upon rising for the evening.
Success.
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 Excellent. Those of you with aggravated damage may feel free to heal that if you would like. Well, a number of it. Victor?
Yeah.
3
Yeah.
rouse checks, please, if you would like.
Success. Success. And failure.
You rise tonight with an additional point of hunger, but you may heal an aggravated damage.
Alright, now broke the halfway point of my health.
Excellent. Trey, do you have any aggravated damage you wish to heal?
No.
Excellent. 3 of you rise. So too, presumably, does Wesley. The night is yours, gentlemen.
I'll go downstairs and wait for everybody to get here. I have some things I want to say.
I'll wake up. I feel like I should be sad about something, but I don't give 2 shits. I'll walk. Yeah, downstairs, I guess.
You do this. Fine, Victor. Mishenka and Monique are rising as well, sort of gathering in your guys' normal meeting space. Jason?
I wake up a little slower today. I don't do my normal routine going around the house. I just kind of get up, grab the book I kept trying to find answers in, then head downstairs.
Victor, your pack is gathered, save for Wesley.
Anybody seen West? Heard from him? Anything?
Mm. I guess he's still hanging upside down in the basement. Oh,
Yeah, didn't hear anything from myself.
I
I'm
guess
sure
I'll go
them.
check.
Yeah, you do that.
I go check on Wes.
Knock on his door.
Sure. Does he have a room, or is he in the basement?
He detailed last we spoke about this that he was going to stop hanging from the basement after you had duct taped him, and he
Ape
realized
incident.
how vulnerable he could be when he slept.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. I'll go to his room. Open his door.
He's lying in bed, kind of just staring at the ceiling.
Are you gonna get up?
Eventually,
I think Victor is waiting for you.
I'll be down later.
What's wrong with you?
Nothing.
You usually got a lot more to say.
She's not feeling very talkative. Torpor will do that to you.
Okay.
Is that it?
I close the door and leave.
You do this. Trey, you return to your pack.
Yeah, he's in the bed, looking at the ceiling. He said he'll be down later.
Probably working through some things. It's he didn't have a very pleasant experience, so
Oh, he didn't have it. Sorry.
I mean,
he's just gonna
So-
Victor's just gonna stare at Trey for a minute.
I'm not looking at Victor.
Anyways,
yeah, so what you call us down for, boss man?
I wanted to propose something to all of you and get your inputs on it, more or less. So obviously last night we won the NOS. Either they're gonna get out of our way or they will assist us with our future plans. I want to make better allies out of them. I know there might be some hurt feelings, whatever, since we had to fight them, but most of that I feel was their leaders doing, who dipped out on them. I want to invite some of them, if they want to actually fully join us. Grow our numbers, get our strength up, give us access to their abilities. Did that cough come from, was that like Mashenka or Monique trying to speak up, or?
All me.
Okay. Just had to check. I think now would be the perfect time to make that proposal, since they're all still reeling from everything that's happened. It's a lot of turmoil in one night. What would you guys think about us having Nas around the house? May not necessarily live here, but being a part of us, being all of us sharing a blood bond, it's a big decision.
All the Nas?
Any that want. Probably not all of them. I'm sure there are some that are going to be like, hell no. You ate my buddy.
Hmm. I like the idea, but I thought packs were more of a small thing, like a small family unit than a big collective.
Some are not. I would prefer to keep ours smaller, but not this small.
I don't mind. They're good fighters, and well, their leadership had something to be desired, but I'm sure there's a little bit more potential in there.
They're also very good information gatherers because they don't stick to the one sect like we do. They branch out and they all talk to each other.
Hmm. Sounds good to me.
I don't
Trey,
like it.
Nishenka, Monique, you don't like them.
I don't like the idea.
Why not?
They don't have nothing to offer. I mean, information gathered and did a whole lot for them to get beat yesterday. And like you said, they're closer to their own people than any sect. So we can't even trust them on that front.
I mean, that's a good point, but we would have them under a bit of a bond. Hopefully, we can try to leverage them better than what they were themselves.
See where you're coming from. While they branch out, I don't think loyalty would quite be in question. Because, like he said, we will all be blood bonded together, yes. But also they chose to walk this path. I don't think we really have to worry about them too much to betray us to another sect so long as we aren't constantly
We don't
pushing them
even
off
have a
to the side.
path to walk yet. Like right now, we're just claiming something, but we haven't done anything for that. I don't think it's a good idea to one offer something to somebody else when we don't even have our shit together.
But if we do offer it, we'll come off looking like a stronger front. Everybody else on the outside will see us take apart who challenged us and take it into ourselves. It'll be a power move.
And obviously, we're not just going to let them join just because they say they want to join. We can also use this opportunity to vet them and see how committed the Nas are to being Sabat, to following the Book of Cain.
Take the worthy.
Monique speaks up and says, "My opinion toward the Nosferatu has been soured since Joseph. Just like you said, they deal with their clan first. We are anti-tribu. Clans shouldn't matter. They may be useful, but they shouldn't be a part of this pack. Like Trey said, we haven't done anything. We still have our own issues to sort out." Mashenka builds off this, and she says, "I'm inclined to agree, but I don't think that it necessarily means that they can't be allies. Victor, it sounds like you are... Jason's right, a pack is normally a small unit of family. Mexico was not a large pack, it was a hierarchy. We had bishops. We had ductus. We had priescus. If what you want is a united Mexico, Victor, then you're looking for a higher station, something that you can control, then you're looking for different status. You're not looking for priest, you're looking for bishop. You're looking for archbishop. And far be it from me to stand in your way. Far be it from me to cut short your ambition. But there is a word for what you're looking for.
Enough. I respect the decision of our pack.
But if you just looking to add people, I mean, Felix already helped out a couple times.
I don't think Felix wants to be in a pack since the last pack he had was soured. Also, I don't know where the hell he is.
Probably dug in a hole.
Go find him, I guess.
Oh,
Something to think on. We've agreed we don't want the NOS, that's fine. So, what is everybody else's plans for the night?
Monig speaks up and says, to be clear, I don't think we should alienate the Nas, but they shouldn't be as close as you want them.
I definitely don't want to alienate them. I get not adding them to our own ranks. Makes sense.
well, yeah, I mean, is there
So-
anything y'all want me to do, or? Because, I mean, I could do what I was going to do yesterday. In fact, I got to go back to get Chewy because he ran off. Was 3 days, right? 3 days of drinking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
3 days to actually make a blood bond. Or 3 separate feedings within a month. Doesn't have to be 3 straight days.
Within a month. Yeah, okay. All right. Cool.
If you want to go get your chupacabra, I can't believe I just said that. You can go do that.
I think still looks like something out of like a horror movie. Yeah. Just love on the chupacabra. Definitely doesn't look like he'll eat our face in the middle of the night.
What you do with them spirits, Jason?
Oh, you know, around.
Around. Hmm.
You
Anything
hear
else?
the front door open upstairs.
Fuck. I'm going straight up there.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna check out that sound real quick.
All right, just Wes.
You head upstairs, Victor. You see Alfonso walking toward the basement where you've all gathered.
Hey, Grandpa.
Grandchild. Where's the rest of your pack?
Most of us were downstairs talking until we heard our door just open.
You need better locks, my boy.
Yeah, I see that. Just gonna turn around and start walking back downstairs.
Victor returns, TREY, Jason, Alfonso in tow.
Ooh, yeah.
Please, by all means, continue. Don't let my presence halt your scheming.
Trey, you can run off to go get your chupacabra, unless you want to stay here for the rest of it.
Oh no.
I'm
You
fine with
said
that.
it's a month. I just 3 times in a month. I'll be able to find it. It's okay.
Yes, but right now you have a chupacabra, which is already a terrifying creature walking around with your powers on
Yeah,
top of its own. I would much rather you get that under control sooner rather than later.
he turns invisible. That's nobody will see it. Camouflage.
I think
Unless
it
you're
turns
kicking me
invisible
out,
now.
I mean, I'll go do it, but it's up to you.
I'm not kicking you out, but I do want you to get that under control quickly.
All right, I guess I'll look for my chupacabra.
What's your plan? I'm just gonna point at Jason.
I mean, I'm just gonna go over and make sure to continue to feed my up-and-coming ghouls. Even them try to get Shane, retrieve them. Make sure there's no other problems. Build up the ghouls, you know how it is.
And looked at Mashenka and Monique.
Trey, do you depart from this place to go after your creature?
I'll get up and start walking, but I want to hear what everybody else is doing first.
You can stay till the end of the meeting. You don't have to leave right this second.
You rise. Mashenka, Monique. Mashenka explains that the plan for her was to prepare the Voldery ritual once more. As previously planned, the elders of the pack would be partaking in younger to make it a bit equal. Monique informs you that she's got, when you went missing, she acquired an arm of a cartel, and she's going to maintain that arm and make sure that her agents are up to snuff. Blood bonding and the like.
Excellent. Like it.
Trey, as you begin to walk out of the room, Alfonso places his hand on your shoulder as you pass him. You did well. Your quick wit and your brutality. The wit itself is an uncommon for your kind. But your brutality, your ferocity, you did your clan a great service. He removes his hand.
Thank you. Awkward. Is he like looking at me or?
He stopped you side by side and kind of turned over to you when he spoke that you did your clan a great service.
Oh, okay. I guess I'll awkwardly keep moving. Going.
Trey, you exit the home on your own path. Jason, Victor.
Any words of wisdom or critique for the rest of us?
No. You all did well. As expected, Where is Wesley?
He is acting like an angsty teenager and sleeping in his room. Well, not sleeping, but laying. I was planning to check on him after this.
Leave him be. Maria did the same, and it was always common to check on her and hear words of vitriol and acid and spit. Let him sulk. He's just had a hard lesson in his place in the world. Mr. Dorn,
Yes,
you still have the spirits at hand.
of course.
Good. An excellent tool, and one uncommonly found in our sect. Keep them
I'll make sure
close.
that they do not break free.
Good. Please, by all means, again, don't let my presence interrupt your plans and scheming. I would speak with you after, Victor, alone. Shenka lets her eye drift downwards and then kind of looks over at you, Victor. She goes to the area in the basement that holds the chalice, the table, the tools of the rites used for Vauldery. Monique watches Alfonso and then follows up the stairs after Trey to go about her business. Use Jason and Victor together. Jason, what would you like to do?
I assume Alfonso is still sitting in the room with us,
Correct.
and Mashenka is a little further away in the room, or perhaps in another room.
Correct. She's in the same space. It's a large open basement. Likely walls could be put up to segment it out to smaller rooms, but it simply hasn't been done yet.
And before I go, Victor, just want to let you know, I'd prefer to talk to you alone later, if you wouldn't mind.
Sure.
That's all. I'll see you later.
Actually, do you want to do it now?
Yes. I mean,
We can go upstairs and talk.
If you wouldn't mind that.
I'm gonna walk past, and as I walk past Alfonso, I'll just say, I'll be back in a minute.
He nods. You see him begin to move toward Mashenka.
Follow along, Victor.
You find yourselves alone upstairs.
So what's up?
Just I've been on the kinship for a little bit, but it hasn't been too long. So this experience I'm kind of having is throwing me off a little bit. Just I'm not feeling the way I used to. You know, I spent so long feeling the same way, and now it's like I'm feeling a little deadened inside. Like something's like it's not reacting like it used to. It's pumping. It was even while I've been here. You know, it's only happened this week.
That would probably be this week or since last night.
Most of this week. Hit a little harder after last night. It's not bothering me in the emotional sense, but more like noticing that it's not bothering me is what's bothering me.
You shouldn't let it bother you. As you walk the path that we are, you will find that you start to, for lack of better words, you'll give a shit less and less about lower people. You'll start seeing people as being beneath you. Humans, in particular.
I understand. Just haven't dealt with this before. So I thought usually I'd take it up to someone else I know, but since you're the only other older person that would have dealt with this, I felt to ask you.
I have definitely been there. As you continue, it'll become more normal. And it won't bother you as much. Whether that's good or bad is subjective. And it's
Understand?
up to you how you let it affect you.
Alright. I get that. Thank you then. Thank you for your advice.
If you're worried, just so you know, you can still find joy, happiness. Just might be in different places than it used to be.
That's good. Thank you. I'm gonna head off to now. Thank you.
Let me know if you need anything else.
Of course. And I just head downstairs and go out the door.
Understood. Trey, where does your search begin?
I'll head back into the vicinity of the farm. Yeah.
You find police tape. You find cattle have been moved to a different pen. You can see lights on in the house.
Mm. I'm not going on the farm, just the outskirts of it, you know? And yeah, I would try to use feral whispers to see if he's out there.
Let's have the roll then.
Yeah. Roll. Yeah. Roll, right? We all know what that roll is. That roll is
Do you need assistance, Trey?
what is it? Manipulation and animalism?
Correct.
I'm aroused the blood. It's this new
By
trick
all
that I
means.
just got. It's pretty helpful. No success.
No successes.
Yeah.
Your hunger rises, Trey, bringing you to hunger 1.
Yep. I mean, it's whatever.
Returning to the scene of the crime, your beast begins to smell the blood that has been cleaned. You're back. You might as well finish the job.
I got priorities here, you know.
We'll see how the night goes, I suppose.
Oh, yeah. Hold on. Let me make sure, because I'm new to this high tier blood, you know. Search 3 dice. 2. Add a die for my discipline. Okay. So that's oh, I gotta do the rouse check for the actual power too. Man,
So
I'm
else
scattered.
have the rouse check reroll. In case you fail, you may reroll.
I'm gonna reroll.
By all means.
Success. All right.
Success.
8 successes with a regular crit.
8 successes with a regular crit. You call the creature you now know for sure exists. You wait 5, and then 10, then 20. For 27 minutes, Trey, you hear bounding towards you on the dirt. Coming from your right side. Cows moo. As you see Chewy running on all fours towards you.
Oh, okay, cool. It's time for the next roll, right? Charisma and
Please.
just slow down. What was it? Charisma and animalism.
Please.
Okay.
Same rules apply. Feel free to rouse the blood.
Animalism. Yeah, I'll do that. Success. Nine successes with a regular crit.
Give it a command to slow down. It slows, it doesn't stop. It reaches near the end of the fence, leaping up on top of it, perching. You can see its thin, slender body, tight skin, those spikes frill and sort of flick bit as it leans up and kind of cranes its head down to be matched with your eyes. Its eyes are beady and black and fixed on you.
Am I able to guide it away from the farm just a little bit? I don't want to be interrupted by a farmer coming out with a shotgun, you know.
By all means.
All right. Yeah, I'll guide her away from the farm. And
Feral Whispers allows you communication.
yeah.
So, with the 9 successes, what is your command?
Oh, follow me.
Do we hunt?
Is it talking to me? Is that Chewy?
Do we hunt?
Yeah. Yeah, we hunt. But not these.
Hungry.
All right, well, follow me. We'll go get some. We'll get some more.
Crawls slowly off of the fence by your side. Its body feels as if it's elongating as it curves around your back.
Well, comfortable. Okay. I'm gonna try to give it some of my blood. Just you know, just a dip, and then we'll go hunting for big game later.
Jaw unhinges. Tongue snakes outward. Ready. Open. Waiting.
I do like a quick look, like how does it actually like drink blood? You know, like is it the tongue? Is it what is it like? Just picks up the blood, like it licks it and scrape it, or
You look and it sees just an open mouth, sharp rows of teeth, just down its gullet.
all right, yeah, let's do it.
You do this. You drip your Vitae down its throat. A rouse check, please. The second step in a blood bond.
Success.
You feel precious Vitae leave you, and your beast begins to stir and say, "This is the exact opposite of what we need."
Do you not see this thing?
Creature drinks. It's more obedient tonight as it lets its tongue rest around your wrist, tasting your flesh, the salt of your skin. Pulls away. Hungry.
All right, I got you. I got you. Yeah, let's go hunting.
You hunt, Trey.
Yeah. Let's go hunting. I got an extra dot of hunger, right? Two
You
dots now.
took the rouse check. You ended last
Oh,
night with 1 hunger, correct? No, you ended last night with no hunger. So
correct.
the rouse check that you failed to upon arrival leaves you with 1 hunger so far.
Okay.
The rouse check's worth of blood to feed a creature is exactly that, a rouse checks. It doesn't. You won't be losing hungered quite yet.
Okay. But yeah, we'll go out and hunt. You gonna stay around this time or?
Hungry.
Okay, all right. Let's go find some animals to eat, or for him to eat on, because I'll find a person that I can eat on.
Understood. We fade away from you, Trey. Jason, you went on your own as well.
Yep.
What is your
Let's
intentions?
head over to the little ghoul house. See if any of them are there. If they are, give them a bit more blood.
You do this, and it's easily done. You find a number of them still there.
Is it all of them that were there before?
Not all. Some of the 2 of the individuals, the ones that were entertainment for the evening, are not present.
Hey, what names were we calling you again? Ghoul number 1 and 2, where'd those 2 go?
They have, they got, well, I hesitate to say day jobs, but they do got jobs. It's an agency that we called them from. You want me to call them and get the same ones?
Yeah, set it up for a different date for them to show up. They don't need to get the blood every day anyway. Besides, you guys can also show up, say, different time. Yeah, I got all your numbers. If any of you didn't know them, give it to me, give me your number.
Sure. Where's Big Boss?
Big Boss is dealing with some other stuff. Don't you worry about it.
Got it.
Yeah.
You tend to your new ghouls, Jason. Yours and Wesley's prizes from the night prior. Victor. You're left alone in the house with Mishenka, Monique, and Alfonso. After Jason leaves, what do you do?
I'm gonna poke my head back down in the basement to see what Alfonso's doing first before I say anything.
You can see he is standing with Mishenka, sort of preparing a table. She's chuckling a little bit. There's a small smile on his face.
I'm ready if you wanted to talk. You said you wanted it in private, so we should probably do it up here.
Of course. He leaves Mishenka's side and heads up the stairs. He walks directly up to you. Where would you like to speak?
We have a den, don't we?
You guys have a den, yeah.
Yeah, we'll take it to the den.
Separate from the basement, it's It's all technically a part of the living room, but it's about 2 steps downward into a little seating area. He takes a seat.
As do I.
How would you say your pack performed, Victor?
We won. As far as West goes, he needs some work, disciplines, powers, fighting. I need work, disciplines, powers, fighting. Traded. Very good. Mashenka, Monique, Jason. All did good. At least in my opinion.
You've given me individuals, Victor. I asked you how your pack went.
Overall, I'd say we did great. We won, and at least 2 of us tried to stick together. I don't want this pack to alienate one person because of a slip-up.
A slip up. Is that what you think it was?
Weakness, slip-up. Weakness can be overcome. Mistakes can be righted in judgment with experience.
Weakness can be overcome. All things can change. Even the oldest of us are capable of it. But you have to see it for what it is, Victor. It was weakness. Boy needs training, as do you. You are still not healed.
I didn't catch that last bit. Still not what?
Healed.
No.
You almost lost your life. Your faithful hound is gone, willing to die for its master. You prevailed. Jason had a tool that was unable to be combated by the Nosferatu. As did TREY. This is not to say that it is not their strength. In war, in combat, in battle, every edge you can take, you must. It is honorable to use every tool at your disposal, to meet every threat as if it may be your last, never underestimating anyone. Even a mortal may be your downfall. And so you must meet every adversary with full force. That is why Wesley almost died that night. He measured himself. Perhaps it was overconfidence, perhaps he didn't understand the situation. Did you measure yourself, Victor?
Yes. Mine was overconfidence and arrogance and thinking that I was stronger because of my generation. That feel of who I've fed on. And that was my mistake. I made a plan and didn't think about what their abilities would be.
Plans are all well and good, Victor. When the plan falls apart, you must be able to quick think on your feet.
Which I think I did.
You adjusted. A bit late, but you adjusted. That's why you're alive, Victor. I want to make something clear to you. I'm uncertain if there is resentment in this pack toward me for setting up such a ghastly event. Quite frankly, I don't care if there is. An enemy of yours has now been eliminated. I take no credit for this. Whoever was stronger was going to take this city. Whoever was stronger was going to come out on top and be subsumed. Whoever was weaker was going to end up the vassal. I do not love you, Victor. Not as your mother did. I don't even love you as I loved your mother. I love the sword of Cain. I love my sect. I love the Sabbat. And I love the word of Cain. The moment you begin to cease functioning, the moment you begin to become a weakness, a chink in the armor, an imperfection in the blade, you will be cut down. I want our relationship to be honest. I have no idea how much time I have left until I am called away again, Victor. The methods I use are quickly dwindling. What you have here, this goal of yours, to give the Sabbat a seat of power once more, this is admirable. I support this. You've proven yourself in one challenge, Victor. More will rise. What do you think of honor, Victor?
Honor in battle or honor in general?
Whatever the word means to you, Victor.
I believe honor is necessary. Honor and loyalty. And above all else, honor should be towards your pack, towards us, each other. And if our enemies are right, they deserve the honor as well. And we shouldn't look down upon them.
Your pack voiced a choice, an idea really, without fully understanding it. You all voiced a interest in walking the path that I do. It is not for the faint of
We
heart.
did.
You have no doubt already found yourself falling away from mortal ideals. The emotions of the kind, the easiness it is to kill. You are on a path already, Victor. Do you know what it is?
If it's not yours, then I would assume that it'd be the path of Cain.
It is ruin, Victor. Without guidance, you will fall. Without ideals and tenets and a set of morals, you will end up a beast. Nothing more, nothing less. A useful tool or an instrument, something to be pitied. Uncontrollable like TREY's creature, but not unlike it in its hunger. You are on a path of ruin, Victor. It's time we corrected that.
Perfect, because I was hoping to talk with you about this tonight anyways.
Let's begin with your questions.
How do we solidify these ideals into what we want to be?
You are already on that path, my boy. What you want them to be is of no accord. They simply are. Whether or not you accept them for what they are and you abide by them is your choice. Do so. Honor them. You will find great success. You may find yourself with a bit more color to your eyes. Less pain in your heart when a life is taken. Yet able to keep yourself from falling, from becoming a monster, from becoming just a creature to be pointed and controlled. Do not honor them, and you'll find yourself back on this very path that you walk now, this path of ruin. As I said, we'll begin with your questions, Victor. I'm sure there are more.
Ray has mentioned a few things about some of the things that we do are not in line with the Book of Cain, such as the spirits. You commend him for having them. They are his disciplined power. I don't see why that should be. It is specifically listed in the Book of Cain as one thing that we should not do is control the spirits. We should set them free as Cain himself was. But when that is his power, how do we gauge when the line is crossed? Or how do we gauge when any of the lines are crossed that would cause us to stray from the path?
An excellent question indeed. The necromancers are much like the usurpers, as they're called. They stole their gifts. Cappadocius was killed by Augustus Giovanni. Usurped, taken. Cappadocius himself dealt in spirits. The Cappadocians, the harbingers of skulls, the harbingers of Ashur, whatever they wish to call themselves, they were skilled in necromancy. They were brilliant. But their hubris, Victor, this is what is to be condemned. Jason has chosen to continue his lines, traditions, his disciplines, his powers. That is not to be condemned by any means. But he should recognize what he is doing. Cain was free. These spirits, if he was not to chain them, could they also be free? What do you think?
I don't know anything about spirits. I don't know how the whole afterlife thing works, whether they'd be free or if they'd be trapped in their own prisons wherever they died.
I once thought I was in love with a Cappadocian. He taught me a great many deal of things. I myself have the gift of calling spirits. I choose not to do so, because I also find it difficult to justify What was explained to me was that these spirits are not truly free. They are trapped here for a reason. They can't find their way to the beyond. So if you wish to balance the scales, the only thing that I can see that you would be able to do for them is to guide them, much as you do your own pack. Setting them free means nothing. They will be loose. They will be free to do as they choose, yes. That free will is to be coveted. But they'll also be free to fall, much as we do. Their system is quite like ours. They have a creature in them as well. Something that calls and pushes. Eventually it wins. For them it is for certain. It is only an eventuality of when. If they are pushed to the other side, that is when they are free. If Jason wishes to use his abilities, and he finds no act reprehensible when he uses them, I am not inclined to pass judgment. I cannot pass judgment. I don't know enough to do so. To speak from a place of ignorance is true sin, Victor. However, if he wishes to balance the scales, if he finds himself wrestling with a moral code, with the word of Cain, the book of Nod, a wiser man would likely counsel him to push them toward the light, toward whatever afterlife they have earned, be it hell or heaven, the abyss, the maelstrom, whatever awaits beyond. Help them as they help him, as it were. A wiser man might counsel. I am not wise enough to offer this.
Neither am I.
Then that is Jason's to wrestle with.
So, then on to a more personal question. How do I overcome my shortcomings, my sins, with the diablerie of Maria being directly against the book? Am I even fit to lead this pack?
Do you feel guilt for what you've done, Victor?
I feel a lot of things about that moment. Guilt, anger, shame.
Why? What reason have you for shame or guilt? Yes, what you did was
Guilt.
reprehensible. Please do go on.
Guilt for doing it, saying yes. Shame for allowing myself to be fooled the way I was and manipulated the way I was.
You feel shame for your shortcomings. Victor, if you were at fault in that sin, you would not be alive. I would be leading your pack, or killing them. I would have dispatched you myself. Allow me to detail what I know. What I know to be true. You, desperate for her approval, ready to welcome her back at any cost, lured back into the arms of a sect you didn't truly understand. You, tempted by a whore who bids you to commit a sin, You, desperate for closeness, for her approval, for her love, did what any child would do, and remained loyal. Loyalty is one of our tenets. We'll touch on that. My assessment, Victor, you've done nothing wrong. You killed an infernalist. At her behest, you showed loyalty. At her behest, you committed a sin that you didn't fully understand. When Christian missionaries find their way to tribal peoples, they tell them of God, the one above. A question that was asked once: would I have been saved? Would I have entered the kingdom of heaven if I had not known about God? If I had no opportunity to know about God? If you had not come to my shores, would God have taken me into his kingdom if I had not known I was sinning? The missionary explained, yes. Ignorance is not a sin, it's a lack of knowledge. You can imagine the discomfort, the disapproval of the tribes when they learned that now they had a whole new set of morals and guidelines to follow when salvation was so quickly within their reach. You were like those peoples, Victor. You did not know you were sinning. In your act, you may have sinned. Perhaps you didn't. She was an infernalist. Tempted by a woman so deep in her hubris, her ambition, and her own sin, she was willing to lure you down with her, and then take your body to continue her sins against this world. No, Victor, I don't think you should feel shame or guilt.
How do you feel I am doing as the leader of this pack? Clearly, there were many things that needed changing when you first arrived, and we are working towards that slowly but surely. But just in general, as a leader, am I doing what I am supposed to be doing? Am I missing something?
You're missing a path, Victor. I refer to my previous statements. You are a sinner who does not know you are sinning. But as are all your packmates. Maria ruined your pack. Joseph, Mashenka, Monique, all of them. Perverted their minds and their ideals. You are all new. You may be old in blood, Victor, but you are a child still. A child leading children can only hope for one thing: to grow. And that is why I am here. If that is the end of your questions, Victor, the true lesson must begin.
Well,
We have within my path a hierarchy of sins, Victor. Things that we know must never be done. Things that we know must be upheld. There's reason for this. There's a reason for each one. Tonight I will teach you, so that you may guide your packmates, so that the pull of wassail will never reach you.
Aseo? Is that what you said?
Wassail. The final frenzy. Failing to uphold all the precepts of your group is a great sin. True duty to a cause requires sterling character. Everything that your pack agrees on, you must do. Your pack is your family. Your pack are your soldiers, your brothers, your sisters, your children. They're everything. You must all hold one another accountable. Failing to show hospitality to your allies is a great sin. Hospitality and generosity are the wealth of your soul, Victor. The Nosferatu failed, and now many of them are dead. They met you as enemies. For what reason? They've answered for their sins, Victor. Associating with the dishonorable is a great sin. You and your pack must serve as an example, and never be dragged into the pettiness and to the sins of those around you. Failing to participate in your group's rituals is a great sin. Tradition and ritual are important parts of your heritage. Your sect has survived on the Vauldery. Your sect has survived on rite and ritual, and it is quickly falling to the wayside. Be sure that you do not find yourself with them, Victor. Disobeying your leader is a great sin. Loyalty is the keystone of hierarchy, and we have indeed lost our hierarchy, Victor. Why do you think we are so fragmented? Why do you think the Sabbat has fallen so? Failing to protect your allies is a great sin. Defend those who are worthy of your esteem. Ultimately, Victor, my thoughts on Wesley's guilt and his weakness should mean nothing to you. Is he worthy of your esteem? Is he worthy of your respect? These are the questions you must ask yourself. Alongside that, why was it TREY that offered to fight in his place if you claim to be the leader of this pack? Placing personal concerns over your duty is a great sin. Duty is the vampire's purpose. We find ourselves pledged to Cain. Many do not understand what that means. Our duty to the sword of Cain. Our duty to our dark father. This is greatness. Duty is the reason we exist. Showing cowardice is a great sin. Honor lies in fighting for a cause, not in fleeing from it. Killing without reason is a great sin. Life and death are not ours to dictate. Life and death are God's to decree. We must have
I have
purpose.
a question about that one.
By all means.
Does that branch out to humans as well?
Killing without reason, Victor. Life and death are God's to decree. The kind serve a purpose. Their lives have meaning. Do not understand, do not respect the gift of life that they were given is to fail. I killed a man upon our meeting when we walked through the city. Some may say that it was without purpose, but it did deliver its message. You must have a reason, you must have a purpose, and it must be strong. Breaking your word, your oath, failing to honor an agreement, is a great sin, Victor. To break one's oath is to be without the honor that defines existence. You have nothing but your word as a Cainite. The ivory tower trades in favors and trades in boons, and they lie in their politics. You know what separates us from them? Their sires would tell you that they love you. Their sires would tell you that they want you to succeed. Their sires would tell you that they are here for you, that they will build you up. I began tonight telling you that I have no love for you. My loyalty is to the Sabbat and to Cain. I will kill you if you fail, Victor. I will strike you down, I will drain you dry, I will slaughter your entire pack. If I see you become an infernalist, if I see this pack fall to infernalism and to the debauchery that plagued it once before. This is honest. I expect no love and no kindness in return. I only expect honesty. This is what separates us from the tower. We, at least the ones that walk the path of honorable accord, are not liars. These are the sins as you know them, Victor. And you must know them. Are you ready to walk this path?
I am ready to want to walk this path. I don't believe I will know I am ready to walk it until I am already walking it.
You are the first, Victor. If this is what your pack chooses, you will teach them. Know these sins well and when to avoid them. Keep the word of Cain, and you will be quite successful. Fade from the scene. The TREY, you found your mark, an individual to hunt. You wish to feed.
Mainly getting Chewy something to eat.
Understood. You stick to shadows. You find a group of individuals out in the desert, close by that farm. They're just drinking. This off-road vehicle. Enjoying themselves. Secluded, watching the night sky. Chewy whispers. Hungry.
You want one of them? You don't want like a goat or something?
Hungry.
Alright, fine, I guess. How many are there?
3.
3. Um, let's they're drinking. One of them got to branch off to take a piss sometime, right? Yeah, let's wait for that and strike, you know?
You wait. One of them does eventually depart from the other two. Off to go relieve himself. What happens next, Trey?
Um do a quick silent, no screams. All right.
Understanding. You point the creature toward its target. And you bid it to feed. It happens quickly, Trey. Leaps upon this person, you begin to hear a muffled "huh!" And you hear a tearing of flesh, the spilling of blood. You hear the bones crack and crunch, and the flesh tear.
Getting a little too loud. Damn it.
What do you do, Trey?
I'm just covering Chewy, making sure the other two, don't get too suspicious. Maybe I could scare him away or something, Yeah.
You watch, and you keep watch over your creature. Trey, you've just fed a man to this abomination, this creature of myth and legend, this terrible beast. Take another stain.
Another one? What? He needed to eat. He was going to do this anyway. Golly. I'm saving 2 of them.
Under your guidance, he eats. Under your guidance, he is not discovered. Take a stain, Trey. Jason, you are dealing with your ghouls. Do you have orders for them?
Just, you guys know anyone that you know would also like to start joining us? Bring them over.
Do they have to be like
They're-
competent individuals, or are you just taking anybody?
I prefer competency. Also, more people like you. Shoot a gun, stuff like that. That's what I prefer.
Sure. You want us to throw a quick bash? We can have a few people over tonight.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll be upstairs writing some stuff down.
Sure.
Awesome. Go ahead, yeah. Good on ya.
We fade away from this night. Victor, learning, Trey, feeding his creature, Jason, amassing more ghouls. Trey, let's have you make a remorse check.
What's that again? The
All
unmarked.
of the unmarked, yes. Everything doesn't have an X or that is filled in. So, you are at what humanity level?
4 humanity.
With 2 marked, you'll be
I have
rolling.
2 marked. 4 dice.
You'll be rolling 4 dice.
Rouse the blood.
No.
Oh, are you sure?
Positive.
Okay. I got 2 skulls. Am I supposed to be using hunger die?
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
You have no successes and 2 skulls.
Yeah.
You feel no remorse, Trey. Your creature needed to eat. You, like a proper owner, fed him. Who cares if the livestock was capable of speech? Maybe had families, goals, ambitions, dreams. Perhaps they were in college. Tonight you lose another point of humanity, Trey. Bring you to 3.
Yeah, I'm at 3.
This is where we end tonight's session. We thank you for joining us for Book of Saints. I, of course, have been your storyteller, Gilbert Ramos. So I don't have anything to plug.
Mental hospitals near you for seeing imaginary players.
Thank you all for joining us. We, of course, have been the Rolling Nomads. You can find us on YouTube, youtube.com/Rolling Nomads, where you find the episodes of Book of Saints. I'm still updating things, still getting everything squared away. I started school again recently, so that has been cutting into my editing as well. But I can promise you that things are getting updated as swiftly as possible. You'll find over on our YouTube the Book of Saints episodes and Scion Godsend episodes for our Sunday Chronicle. You will find us, of course, here, twitch.tv/Rolling Nomads, every Friday at 5:30 p.m. for Book of Saints. You'll find us on Sundays over on twitch.tv/The Onyx Path for our Scion game, Scion 2nd Edition, Scion Godsend, we call it. We're on episode 4 this upcoming Sunday, and it's been... They're still in the underworld. They're still talking to Hades. One day we'll see the sun. That won't be today. You can also find us again right back here at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time for another epilogue for Thy Kindred Come. We are closing out our first Vampire Chronicle, and it has been a blast. We are going to see where everyone ends up and goes off to after the events that took place in Columbus, Ohio. Yeah, 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time for Thy Kindred Come. You can find us on our Twitter, which you can keep up to date with us, where we're going to be going live. If it's going to be late, any new additions to the programming and such, that's going to be twitter.com under the name @_Rolling Nomads. We've been doing pretty consistently. We've been doing a lot better on Mondays, doing our Monday stream at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time for Conan Exiles. It's usually just whatever game we feel like, but it has been consistently Conan Exiles for a little bit. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm actually surprisingly pretty good at this game. I feel like I'm usually bad at games. Trey, of course, disagrees because he is always good at games, but we'll see. That's us in a handbasket, and we really appreciate it. I myself have been Gilbert Ramos. You can find me everywhere. That's TikTok, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, all the social media things under the name @Ramos the Nomad. I have nothing else for you. Any parting words of wisdom, gentlemen? I'll go fuck myself. Thank you guys for joining us. We hope we see you guys next Friday. Same time, same place, same Cainites.